Spider-Man Far From Home? More like Spider-Man Far From Bad. I know, you're shocked, right? Another great Marvel Studios film in the bag and another great Spider-Man film to boot. Spider-Man Far From Home is solid enough, but it also excellently continues the themes and tone from Spider-Man Homecoming as well. I guess this benefits the movie coming after Avengers Endgame and before anything else that we currently know about. Wow, check out that Phase 4 slate. The new Spider-Man films continue to have the central conflict that makes the character so interesting, but with a tone that is both dynamic and laid back that suits the character well. The millennial high school mentality is a great fit for the Spider-Man story and comes off as legitimately charming. The European setting of the film is a great way to keep the character fresh and exciting as well. Nothing in Spider-Man Far From Home feels like it's a big retread of any Spider-Man story or movie before it. The film's cast is strengthened more in this film. Characters like Zendaya's MJ, Jon Favreau's Happy, and even Tom Holland's Spider-Man feel more fleshed out, earnest, and more likable than they have ever been before. I'm being legitimate. Big props also goes to Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio. He comes off as a bit stilted when he first appears, but changes into a compelling character that is admirable, then absolutely scummy and pompous. Gyllenhaal's acting chops really kick in when we know what he's actually up to, and it's impressive. Those expecting much from Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury character shouldn't hold their hopes up for much, as the character wasn't written to be as involved as some people would have hoped. At least, I think. But it's Samuel L. Jackson, so no complaining here. One thing that Spider-Man Far From Home has that Spider-Man Homecoming didn't have was somewhat uncomfortable subtext. Things like drones and government surveillance come into the film's story, but the offhand implications of who has been wielding this power is concerning when you really think about it. Far From Home continues the issue of classism that Homecoming briefly brought up with its villain, but not as openly. Listen, I enjoy Far From Home more than Homecoming and think that it is a better movie, but this is the stuff that people on the internet like me like to bring up. Not to ruin anybody's fun, but to get the gears going, to get you thinking. I think it's best to enjoy things at their Wonder Woman when you do accept them at their Martha.
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name!
As a longtime fan of Spider-Man, I dug Spider-Man Far From Home for what it was. It may not be the best superhero film of 2019 or my personal fave, but if it fuels the imaginations of filmgoers of a specific variety, it's cool.